What's up, guys? Another video. I'm gonna break down some fights. Actually, I'm gonna do it piece by piece so you can see the layers of the breakdown and make your own decision on what you think. So I'm gonna go with the first fight. It's gonna be crazy. You know what it is? Khamzat versus Gilbert Burns, on how I think that will go. Now, this is not coming up, but it could be a possibility in the future. Let's do it. Khamzat versus Gilbert Burns. Khamzat recently been in the UFC, right? He's been on a tear. He's barely gotten hit. I think the most he's gotten hit was like twice in the UFC, which is ridiculous. He recently fought Yin Yang Yang, number 11, and completely dominated, right? He did completely dominate, but something is iffy about it. Now, obviously, he got some power punches and grappling, but my question is, when it's against a striker, I want him to be I want him to throw some hands instead of going straight for the takedown. So that leads me to believe something, though. His chin could be suspect. Now, we don't have any proof of that whatsoever because he don't really get hit like that, surprisingly. But it just shows you, like, at the same time, no disrespect to him because he's dominated, but anytime there's a striker and as soon as they start throwing a jab or a power hand, he goes straight for the takedown, and his takedowns are quick as hell, okay? But something is a little iffy about this dude. Gilbert Burns, if you don't know, black belt jiu-jitsu, also world champion, fast hands as well. The only question is the durability part sometimes, but I say he's medium. As far as durability, I'll say he's medium, okay? So I think this is a great matchup because, too, it will test Khamzat's ability to take shots due to the fact that he don't want to go to the ground like that with Gilbert unless he's tired. That dude is a true jiu-jitsu black belt. Now, everyone apparently been giving belts out left to right. They've just been giving belts. They're like, here we go, here we go, here we go, to black belts. And obviously, I feel like there should be more. If you're getting a black belt, you should have some type of ability to defend off the ground, do submissions off the ground, from the back, also on top. Because anyone can do it on top. Not anyone, but you know, you got to be both offensive and defensive minded. Because it doesn't make any sense you get submitted from the off the ground and not have any defense or anything like that. You got to have some type of skill level of offense and defense on the ground, and with offense from the bottom, I believe. And Gilbert Burns matched those credentials to me, okay? That's a true black belt. Dustin Poirier is a black belt. Offensively, he's pretty good, but he doesn't get people like that. He don't submit people like that. And so when they're going against grapplers, they should have some type of knowledge on the ground, like, oh, I shouldn't be able to get choked out, so I should not be in this position. I got to fight the hand trap. You know what I'm saying? I have to find a way to transition without getting choked out, okay? Tuck your chin so you don't get choked out. Like, basic knowledge like that. And if I don't see that, I don't consider them a black belt. Now, look, things happen all the time in fights. I'm not saying you have one bad fight, you're not a black belt. But what I am saying is, if you constantly getting choked out, just like Dustin Poirier did twice. Recently, it was the first was Khabib who choked him out. Then it's Charles Oliveira. Now, he did pretty well in the Oliveira fight, decently better. But the fact that he was still able to just get choked out like that, man, I just don't consider that a legit black belt. No disrespect to Dustin Poirier because he's one of my favorite fighters. But something is not connecting on the ground with him when it comes to, you know, the ground game. Something's just not connecting. But I do know this. When you get took to the ground, I guess no matter who you are, if you're not confident, it's going to show because you do some rookie mistakes in the fight. So, anyways, let's get back to Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat. So I feel like that would be standing up. I feel like at the same time though, Khamzat, if he cracks him with a few good shots, Gilbert Burns is not that durable. But then again, Gilbert Burns has that equalizer too. He has that power and he's fast. So if he's able to come in, he can definitely do some damage. I think he'll definitely do some damage. You might want to try to take Khamzat to the ground as well. Even though he looks like he has some good scrambling ability from the recent Jack Hermanson fight. It was a wrestling match. But I feel like if Gilbert Burns will definitely need to get close, throw some power shots, mix it up a little bit too. Because I think he can take Khamzat down too. Longer legs, I feel like there's an ability to be able to pull something off there. Maybe he can transition to the back. You know, maybe if Khamzat overswings, he can transition to the back and choke him out, man. Could do that too. But his path to victory is literally getting close to Khamzat. Shoot before he does. Throw some hands, combinations, and try to take him down and submit him. Khamzat's way to win, I feel like he could knock Gilbert Burns out if Gilbert Burns is not defensively minded. I feel like he can try to take Gilbert Burns when he's tired. He would definitely need to stand up first before just trying to take Gilbert Burns to the ground like that, because there's no way in hell, I'm sorry, that Khamzat is going to choke out Gilbert. Now, I could be wrong, but I just don't see that happening. What I see happening is Gilbert Burns would literally, especially early in his drive, he would choke him out, get something on the bottom, and it's just not smart. Gilbert Burns is that good, dude. Like, there's some jiu-jitsu people who can really challenge you. So, but what's my true prediction of this fight to see how both of those ways played out? I'm going to have to say oh, man, this is a tough one, dude. Because right now, Khamzat has this invincibility factor, dude. Like, he just seems like no one can beat him. And he trains everywhere, obviously. He's one of those dudes that trains everywhere. But Gilbert Burns is a challenge. I'm gonna have to go with Khamzat on this one, bro. And this is a tough one because I understand that Gilbert Burns fought the best people. And his hands are fast, striking wise. But I mean, that right hand from Khamzat is crazy too. But I think the factor is wrestler versus grappler. The only thing I can think of is Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns. If Khamzat can have a jab, tire out Gilbert, he loses confidence, he gets hit, then Khamzat, but also Khamzat is long too, man, so he could probably get him on the ground. We don't know how good he is really off the ground. I mean, we can see that he's pretty good, but we don't know, unless he's against a jiu-jitsu dude, how well he can defend transitions. But I'm going to consider that the confidence that he has, the reason, I mean, for the fact that he hurts people, knocks them out. He also can ground and pound you crazy. I just feel like Khamzat might win this fight. Now, I'm not too confident with that because Gilbert Burns could submit him. We got to see if he can get choked out or whatnot. So my prediction for that will be Khamzat. I'm not really with it's crazy because I'm still not with the hype train yet. But then again, I look at confidence too. And when I see a man that he knows everything, like pretty much everything in the, striking department and wrestling and putting it all together, he's confident in his defense, I'm sure. When it comes to boxing, when it comes to wrestling, grappling. So I'm going to have to go with Khamzat. Like, comment, subscribe. Man, let me know what you think about this fight, how it will go, because I've been honestly thinking about it for weeks on how it would go. It's an iffy one. But the fact that he beat a number 11 opponent kind of shows you that, he can choke dudes out for real. People who can be probably resistant to being choked out. He can do it. That pressure is crazy. And then that's another thing too. We haven't seen him go 3 or 4 or 5 rounds because he's literally finished people in the first round. So I don't know. Will he start to tire out? What will happen? Gilbert Burns has pretty good cardio as well. But I just feel like that first round is just crazy for people. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Gilbert Burns could win this one, too. He could knock him out, too, if he hits him clean. He got hard punches, bro. So, all right. Anyways, y'all have a good rest of your day. Enjoy yourselves. And we'll be back next time.